Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Youth Empowerment, Housing and Human Settlement, Ecclesiastical and Faith-Based Affairs, Social Development, Gender Affairs, Aging and Disabilities. Honorable Dr. Sean Richards, Parliamentary Representative for Constituency Number 5. Ms. Shermin Stevens, President of the Sandy Point Benevolent Society Local Chapter. Dr. Joyanne Wilshire, Guest Speaker, Mentor in the SPBS Mentorship Program and former recipient of a Principal Award. Mr. Kelvis Alford, Acting Principal of the Charles E. Mills Secondary School. Ms. Andriana French, Acting Principal of the Sadler Secondary School and former recipient of an SPBS Undergraduate Award. Mrs. Joyce Buchanan, Principal of the St. Paul's Primary School. Mrs. Andrea Rollins Martin, Principal of the Newton Ground Primary. Mrs. Sasha Warner Leader, forgive me if I mispronounce it, Principal of the Sandy Point Primary. Ms. Shireen Woodley, Principal of the Deerby Primary School and parent of an award recipient. Mr. Sylvester Hodge, President of the Sandy Point Heritage Society. SPBS members, recipients of all awards, parents, guardians, media personnel, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to be your chairperson here this evening. My name is Azaria Vanterpool, and I'm a mentor in the SPBS Mentorship Program. Again, allow me to apologize for the late start, but I promise that at the end of the night, we'll have a good time. Without further ado, I wish to invite Ms. Makisha Alford to open us in prayer. Please stand, and then we'll sing the national anthem directly after.
Let's all bow for prayer. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight with hearts full of pride, joy, and gratitude. We are indeed thankful for the vision of the Sandy Point Benevolent Society and all those who support its mission to lead, uplift, and empower through education. Bless this ceremony and all the recipients gathered here this evening. May they continue to grow in wisdom, strength, and compassion. Guide them as they pursue their careers. May they always be reminded to use their gifts to make a positive difference in the world, and that one day they too will go to give back so that others may benefit just as they have benefited. Oh, gracious Father, tonight I ask for your continued favor upon this program, its leaders, and all those who continue to give generously to its cause. I pray your bountiful abundance into their hearts and their pockets, so that they may continue to bless others. I commend the proceedings tonight into your name, honor, and glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I will now ask Ms. Shireen Woodley to assist us in raising the national anthem.
A pleasant good evening. We will sing together. O land of beauty, all country where peace abounds, thy children stand free on the strength of will and love. With God in all our struggles, Saint Kitts and Nevis be a nation bound
stand for justice and liberty with wisdom and truth. We will serve and honor thee. No sword nor spear can conquer, for God will sure defend. His blessing shall forever to posterity extend. Thank you.
Thank you. Please be seated. Welcome to the SPBS annual dinner and awards ceremony. And at this point, I would like to invite Ms. Sherman Stevens, President of the SPBS St. Kitts chapter, to give you welcome remarks. Let's welcome her, please.
Good evening, everyone. Permit me, Madam Chair, to adopt the protocol which has been so ably established by yourself. I promise to be very brief tonight, seeing as we've had a late start, but I want to say it warms my heart to see so many of you here this evening. And we started this program, this award ceremony, coming off the back of COVID when the schools couldn't conduct their graduation ceremonies the way they normally do. Because we used to piggyback on the Sandy Point High School to distribute our awards. And so we decided as an organization to have our own ceremony, distribute our own awards. Hence, this I think is what, our 5th year? Right? Our 5th year doing this. Now, typically we did it at the Sandy Point Community Center, but this year we are in St. Paul's, and who knows, maybe next year we will find a space in Newton Ground and do it there, because these are communities that feed into the Sandy Point High School, and so we want everybody to know what we are all about, feel SPBS, make an effort to join SPBS. So a little thing about SPBS. Now, this organization was established many moons ago, almost 30 years now. And the founder and CEO, Mr. Stuart Williams, along with some fellow Sandy Pointers, came together and they started giving back to the Sandy Point High School. So the Sandy Point High School has, from the inception of this organization, being the main recipient of our generosity. And so we want tonight, when you would have seen the awards that are distributed tonight, we are hoping that others would do likewise, want to be a part of this humble organization who we are not into money making. Whatever funds we raise, whatever we do, we give back to the community. And it's not just through education. We give back to families who are in need. We've given to the hospital. If a family had a fire, we give back, we give back. And our motto is, we give back so others can move forward. So all those of you who will be receiving awards tonight, we hope that at some point along the line when you would begin working, and even before, because you can help mentor one of your peers, anything, give back in whatever little way that you can. All right? And so with that said, welcome again and enjoy what we have in store for you this evening. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Stevens, for those remarks. Moving right along, I will now invite the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education et al., the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, to give brief remarks. Let's welcome him as well.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. A very pleasant good evening. Allow me, of course, to recognize the Honorable Dr. Sean Richards, former Deputy Prime Minister and Parliamentary Representative, and my friend, Ms. Sherman Stephen, the President of the Sandy Point Benevolent Society, the local chapter, and by extension, the entire executive. I'm seeing Ms. Stacey Gomes, Personal Officer in the Ministry of Education, Dr. Joanne Wilshire, a youth I'm extremely proud of. I take claim of her being one of my products. Haven't had many years with me on our summer camp. I'm super proud. To my hard-working principals who are here, awardees, proud parents. I believe Miss Stevens is super happy that she's seen me. Haven't had two other events running from one to one and had to make it here because I disappointed on two other occasions and I meant I would not do it this evening. But tonight, we are gathered here to celebrate something truly transformative, the power of education and the ripple effect of generosity. I was saying 20 years, but I was corrected just a few moments ago. For over 3 decades, the Sandy Point Benevolent Society has embodied its inspiriting slogan, and it caught my attention while I was reading the program. We give back so others can move forward. I feel that this is not just a phrase, it is a philosophy, it is a mission and a testament to what can be achieved when community invests in its future. Your organization has opened doors for countless young minds in the Sandy Point community, and I say the feeder community or the schools, providing them with opportunities to dream bigger, reach higher, and achieve more. Tonight's Youth Empowerment Through Education Award ceremony, as I dubbed it, is not only a celebration of the achievements of our youth, but also a reminder of what happens when we work together to uplift each other. To the students being honored, you are the torchbearers of this legacy. Carry it forward with pride, determination, and the knowledge that your community believes in you. And to everyone who has contributed to this incredible journey, as the Minister of Education, I want to thank you for investing or continue to invest in our young people as we all move forward. May this evening inspire us to continue building a brighter future together. Once again, congratulations and well done, SBSB, you said? SPBS. Thank you. Sandy Point Benevolent Society. Correct. And I can, while I take my seat, I can claim a little bit of Sandy Point, because my older brother, many might know or might not know, my eldest brother, who is soon to be 74, just about, he lived practically all his life until he migrated. Vance Lewis, known to the senior ones as backers. I remember as a child jumping on the bus and going by Miss Mac. Yes, so I have a little roots here. I recognize Teacher Williams. I'm just seeing you.
Thank you, Deputy Prime Minister, for those sound words. And here at SPBS, we are all about inclusion, so we'll accept you as part of the Sandy Point Benevolent Society family. I now invite the students of the Charles E. Mills Secondary School to give us a musical selection. Let's welcome them, please. Oh, okay. Let's give them another round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you for that selection. And I just want to note that the very same pans that they played on, they were donated by the Sandy Point Benevolent Society. Over $20,000 US, I'm told. Allow me to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Dr. Denzil Douglas, Senior Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, et al., and Parliamentary Representative for Constituency Number 6. Let's welcome him. Now, I wish to note just two other things that the Sandy Point Benevolent Society would have done. They would have donated the intercom system at the Charles E. Mills Secondary School. They would have also championed the students who are currently at the pen relays for the Charles E. Mills Secondary School, the only school in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis that is currently out there. And I think just today, the males would have won the 4x4 in their heat. So let's give them a round of applause. SPBS, we give back so others can move forward. Now, I have the honor of giving the biography of our featured speaker. So before I invite her to make her presentation, allow me to give just a few. Yes, I did that. Oh, before I do that, sorry, now that he's here, allow me to welcome the Honorable Dr. Denzil Douglas to give brief remarks. Let's welcome him.
Thank you, Madam Master of Ceremonies. And let me, of course, recognize our distinguished persons here, especially from our Parliament and from Cabinet, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, our Minister of Education, et al., and of course, Member of Parliament, Constituency Number 5, the Honorable Sean Richards, other distinguished persons who are here, of course, those from the Ministry of Education, those from the executive of the Sandy Point Benevolent Society, and those who have been honored here tonight by your recognition. I want to say it is a true honor to stand before you tonight at this your annual dinner and award ceremony of the Sandy Point Benevolent Society. I want to thank you for the very warm welcome and for the opportunity that you have given me to share in this celebration of excellence, this celebration of community, and this celebration of service. Tonight is yet another testament to the power of commitment, the commitment of the SPBS for over 20 years to uplifting young people through scholarships, through mentorship, and unwavering support. It's also a reflection of what can happen when a community can come together around the shared belief that education can change our lives. For some 2 decades, the SPBS has been more than just an alumni association. It has been really a true lifeline. Through your generous donations and your tireless volunteerism, you've entrusted that the students of SEMS, and now also those at Virtuals High and Sadler's Secondary School, have the chance to pursue their academic dreams despite financial hardships. SPBS has funded countless scholarships. It has provided vital mentorship, and it has opened doors widely to opportunity that may otherwise have remained closed. You have proven that while talent may be universal, opportunity, of course, is not, and you've made it your mission to bridge that particular gap. And your efforts tonight, they are paying off. We've seen students go on to universities at home and abroad, becoming teachers, becoming our engineers, becoming our healthcare workers and our entrepreneurs, many of whom return to give back to the same community that raised them. Their success stories are your own success stories, SPBS. Just this year, we've seen young leaders emerge from a SEMS alum who launched a literacy initiative in his village to a Virtuals graduate, now pursuing a degree in biomedical science, determined to improve healthcare access in our federation. These achievements are not just individual victories. They are, in fact, our own communal triumphs. But as we celebrate, let us also remember the work that is to be done. Tonight, I challenge each of you, each of us, to think about how we too can serve, whether it is through mentorship, whether it's through donations, or simply offering time and encouragement. There is room for everyone to be part of this mission. Volunteerism is not just charity. It is solidarity as well. It is how we keep the doors open for our next proud generation. To the award recipients tonight, congratulations. You have shown resilience, you have shown discipline, and of course, you have shown promise. You are not only the future, you are in fact the present, already making your mark. And so finally, to this SPBS family, thank you for keeping the fight ongoing. Thank you for keeping this light burning. You remind us all that when we give back, we all move forward. Here is to many more years of excellence, equity, and community. God bless you. Thank you for tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, for those profound remarks. Now I have the pleasure of reading the biography for our featured speaker, so allow me to do so. Dr. Joyanne Wilshire, a life of purpose, perseverance, and service. Dr. Joyanne Wilshire, a proud native of Sandy Point in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, exemplifies the spirit of resilience, excellence, and unwavering faith. From her earliest days, Joyanne stood out as a beacon of determination and promise, consistently rising to meet every challenge with grace, humility, and an unshakable belief in God's guidance. Her academic journey began with the distinction. In 2002, she graduated as valedictorian from Sandy Point Primary School, setting the tone for a path marked by hard work and achievement. She continued to excel at the Sandy Point High School, now Charles E. Mills Secondary School, graduating in 2007 as an honor roll student and earning the prestigious AAA award for academics, athletics, and attitude. These early accomplishments laid a strong foundation for her continued success. Driven by passion for knowledge and service, Dr. Wilshire pursued higher education at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, where she graduated cum laude in 2009 with an associate's degree in general studies. She then embarked on a professional chapter in the field of banking, dedicating 6 years to financial service. Yet, her true calling lay elsewhere. With a steadfast commitment to healing and helping others, she answered the call to medicine, an endeavor that would demand not just intellect, but heart, courage, and endurance. In 2022, after years of rigorous study and personal sacrifice, she earned her degree as a doctor of medicine from the renowned Escuela Latinoamericana de Medicina in Cuba. My Spanish sound a little good. Today, Dr. Wilshire serves as a medical doctor at the Joseph N. France Hospital, where she brings compassion, expertise, and integrity to her patients each day. Her journey has not been without trials, but her enduring faith and deep sense of purpose have seen her through. Guided by the words of Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Dr. Wilshire continues to inspire those around her. Her ultimate goal is not only to further her studies in medicine, but also to uplift and serve her beloved homeland. As she continues her journey, Dr. Joyanne Wilshire remains a powerful example of what it means to rise with grace, lead with humility, and live a life committed to purpose and faith. Please help me welcome our featured speaker, Dr. Joyanne Wilshire.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly allow me to adopt the protocol that has been so ably established. What a wonderful occasion this is. As we gather here today to celebrate the achievements of our youth, let us also take a moment to reflect on the journeys that have brought us to this point. I am deeply honored to thank the Sandy Point Benevolent Society for giving me the opportunity to be your keynote speaker this evening. I must admit, I am not someone who particularly enjoys microphones and podiums, but I strongly believe that when you are chosen to do something positive, you should show up and deliver. Each award and each recognition we celebrate tonight is not just a testament to individual talent. It is also a reflection of a collective spirit, teamwork, and the supportive community we've built together. As the SPBS motto says, and I quote, we give back so others can move forward. Through this, we continue to enhance youth empowerment through education. And I quote for my first point, the power of giving back. As we revel in tonight's successes, I'd like to open a conversation about something deeply woven into the fabric of both our professional and personal lives, the importance of giving back. Giving back isn't only about philanthropy or charity, it's about sharing our knowledge, our resources, and our time. It's about creating a ripple effect that propels others forward. Think about it. Each of us have been shaped by someone else's guidance, whether it was a parent, a teacher, a church member, a community leader, a mentor, a colleague, or a friend who believed in us when we weren't sure of ourselves. Now imagine if each of us choose to be that guiding light for someone else. Think of the positive impact that could have. And I'm going to draw reference to examples in my personal life. Let me just share a bit of my own journey with you that has shaped me today. My childhood wasn't perfect, but it was filled with support and structure. I grew up with both parents and 3 older brothers. Yes, I'm the baby and the only girl, so I had to be tough and learn how to survive early on. I was always involved in Girls' Brigade, Youth Fellowship, Youth Choir, athletics, netball, the SPHS Spark Steel Orchestra, the SPHS School Choir, and even serve as class prefect from 2nd to 5th form. Now I proudly serve as a mentor in the SPBS mentorship program, working with 2 mentees. I was well-rounded, and I credit my parents for encouraging us to participate in anything that was positive and supported our personal growth. After graduating CFBC in 2009, I worked at RBTT Bank for 6 years, where I received valuable training in customer service, leadership, confidentiality, and ethics, all of which have contributed to who I am today. In 2015, I traveled to Cuba to further my studies and was honored to receive the SPBS Award as part of the mentorship program. In fact, if you didn't know, SPBS mentors receive $1,000 US donation when they begin to study or go off to pursue extra studies. So to the young people here tonight, don't let your journey end when you start working. Keep giving back through mentorship, guidance, or just being present for someone else. It helps others and continues to shape you into a well-rounded individual with valuable people skills. My time in Cuba wasn't easy, but because I was grounded and because of the support I had growing up, I was able to adapt and persevere. I remember in 2020 to 2021, during lockdown, during COVID-19, when we were stuck in the schools with limited foods and no electricity. It was a tough time in the entire world, but SPBS members and donors, along with others, reached out to help students across the globe. I personally received an award donation from Ms. Hannah Gishad, one of SPBS's dedicated donors, and I want to publicly say thank you. Now that I've been back home for nearly 3 years, I do my best to give back, whether it's responding to donation letters from schools, churches, and other organizations, or simply volunteering my time when I can. I know I wouldn't be where I am today without the support, guidance, and generosity of others. So today, I challenge each of you to consider how can you give back. It doesn't have to be grand or monetary. It could simply be as offering skills to train junior colleagues, volunteering for a local cause, or just being a listening ear to someone working on their personal growth. Let's commit to creating opportunities for others. Let's mentor the next generation of leaders, innovators, and change makers. Each of us has the power to uplift, inspire, and guide someone else forward. As we look ahead, let's remember our legacy won't be measured only by the awards we win, but by the lives we touch. Every time we help someone else succeed, we are building a movement that goes far beyond our personal accomplishments. We are fostering a culture of encouragement, collaboration, and unity. Let us be the kind leaders who not only chase our own goals, but also lift others along the way. By doing this, we rise together and pave the way for a stronger, more connected future. And in closing, I want to leave with you tonight this thought. Every small act of kindness, every moment you spend helping another, adds up to something monumental. You have the ability to be the catalyst for change in someone's life. So let's embrace it. Let's embrace the opportunity to give back, inspire, and to lead with heart. Together, we can create a legacy that not only celebrates our successes today, but fuels the dreams of many years to come. Thank you for being such a remarkable community. Let's continue uplifting each other and making a difference, one person at a time. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
I would like us to give another round of applause for Joanne. Though her voice was small, the words were very loud, and I hope that we were... I was saying that though her voice was small, the words were very loud. And I hope that we were attentive and that we take home something from what she said. And throughout the evening, you've been hearing us say it: give back, give back, give back. You don't know who you'll be impacting. We give back so others can move forward. Thank you again, Joanne. Now, for the moment that we've all been gathered here for, I wish to invite the program coordinator for the Sandy Point Benevolent Society Mentorship Program, Miss Desiree Gomes, as we move into the distribution of awards. Help me welcome her, please.
Good evening, everyone. And please join me in acknowledging the yeoman service and dedication of the Sandy Point Benevolent Society in all that it continues to do to help to move others forward. This evening, I'm pleased to present the awards for different categories, and we invite the ministers, as they are called, to assist with the particular section. So first, we would start with Honorable Dr. Denzil Douglas, and we would ask you to join us to present the first set of awards. Thank you, Dr. Douglas. And so this first category of awards, the Sandy Point Benevolent Society Awards, Principal Award recipient. This award goes to the best student from the feeder primary schools for Charles E. Mills Secondary. And from the Newton Ground Primary School, we recognize and welcome Mr. Jamar Alford. From the Sandy Point Primary School, we welcome Miss Elisha Huggins. And from the St. Paul's Primary School, we will welcome Miss Tavishi Marishaw. So in this category, the recipients receive a plaque and a check in the equivalent of $300 US. The next category is the award presented to the students who were Principal's Award recipients and who graduated the Charles E. Mills Secondary School with exemplary performance. We welcome Mr. Josiah Hodge, valedictorian at the Charles E. Mills Secondary School. We invite the salutatorian, Miss Saika Francis. And we welcome Miss Talise Connor in the third in this category. These recipients receive a plaque and a check in the amount of $400 US. Thank you, Dr. Douglas. We invite Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley to do the next set of presentations. I should indicate that these young people are a part of the Sandy Point Benevolent Society Mentorship Program. And so each one becomes a member, and upon completing CFBC, they become mentors in the program. We continue the cycle of giving back. The next category of awards, the SPBS Award to a Principal's Award recipient who successfully completed studies at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. We welcome Miss Zonia Williams. We also present at this time the Brianna Dennehy SPBS Award to the best student from the Fairchilds High School. The recipient is Miss Zariela Buchanan. She receives a certificate and the equivalent of $500 US. We have the Cassie Hart Award that goes to students from the Charles E. Mills Secondary School, most improved in the area of integrated science, from 4th to 5th form. We invite Mr. Devanje Bradshaw. He receives a certificate and the equivalent of $500 US. And the second recipient, most improved, Mr. Kalandre Pennyfeather. Last year, the Sandy Point Benevolent Society New York chapter held the ceremony where we recognize outstanding personalities. One of the individuals who was honored was in the area of distinguished alumnus and sports. This award was presented to Jason Rogers. At this time, we ask his daughter to come and receive the award on his behalf. Of course, you know, she's an athlete. Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Thank you, Minister. The final category of awards, we would ask Minister Richards to present these for us, please. This category of awards, the Vince D'Souza Educational Scholarship Award. Just to give some context, Vince D'Souza, may his soul rest in peace, was one of the individuals who was a founding member of Sandy Pointers and Friends. This group provided resources to schools from Bronte Welsh over to Deep Bay. They continued to give back to the schools. And so when he passed, the Sandy Point Benevolent Society partnered with Sandy Pointers and Friends to present an award in his honor. The award goes to students graduating from the Charles E. Mills Secondary School and the Fairchilds High School, which would be the schools that span the belt that was served, in the areas of academic potential, community involvement, and supporting the need for academic prowess. And so we invite, receiving from the Charles E. Mills Secondary, Miss Khalifa Francis. Mr. Khalil Mills from the Charles E. Mills Secondary School. Congratulations. From the Virchilds High School, Miss Kimora Vera. Also from the Virchilds High School, Mr. Jace Green. Each received a plaque and a check in the amount of $500 US. Thank you, Minister Richards. I want to indicate that these are not the only awards that SPBS gives. SPBS gives an undergraduate award each year. At least 2 persons are the recipients. Last year's recipients were Mr. Ashawn Brown and Miss Jacinth Hunkins. They're both pursuing bachelor's degrees, and they both received the equivalent of $2,000 US. SPBS also gives the Ridley Gishard Memorial Scholarship, and this is for a student from the Sandy Point community pursuing advanced studies. The recipients last year, who received $3,500 US each, were Mr. Denrick Jeffers, who is here with us, and Dr. Juriel Pemberton. Denrick, if you could just stand and be recognized. SPBS also gives the Sir Hugh and Lady Rollins Scholarship. This is for a student pursuing master's degree studies and who attended the Sandy Point High Charles E. Mills Secondary School. The recipient is Miss Gariel Bory. She received a check in the amount of $2,000 US. SPBS also gives the Virchilds High School graduate scholarship for a student pursuing advanced studies. The recipient was Miss Shaquana Jeffers. Can we give a round of applause to her in her absence? At this point, I'm going to ask individuals, families, who have been touched by the generosity, the benevolence of Sandy Point Benevolent Society. So if you or your child received from Sandy Point Benevolent Society, kindly stand. Can we give a round of applause to SPBS? Thank you. SPBS continues to invest in our people, young people, so that we can all enjoy a brighter, safer future. Thank you very much to all of the donors. One of the new awards that would be coming on stream is the Sandy Point Benevolent Society Sadler's Secondary School Undergraduate Scholarship. And last year, this award was mentioned, the donor being Mr. Krios Freeman. We want to congratulate him again for that commitment. And can we give a rousing round of applause to all the donors for all of the awards given by SPBS? Thank you. God bless SPBS. Can we hear cheers to SPBS? Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray.
Thank you, Ms. Gomes. I just want to congratulate all of the recipients this evening. And before we get into my favorite part of the evening, which is the food, I would now like to invite Ms. Zanya Williams to give the vote of thanks. Let's welcome her, please.
Good evening, all. Madam Chair Lady, I beg your leave to adopt the protocol that you have so proficiently established. What a truly inspiring event it has been. On behalf of the Sandy Point Benevolent Society and the entire organizing committee, I extend our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you who's made tonight's award banquet such a memorable and meaningful occasion thus far. First and foremost, we must thank God for allowing us to gather in good health and fellowship, and for the remarkable achievements we've celebrated tonight. A heartfelt thank you to our chairperson, Ms. Azaria Vanterpool, not only for her poised leadership this evening, but her ongoing commitment as a fellow mentor in the SPBS mentorship program. Your passion shines through everything you do. We are grateful to Miss Makisha Alford, a proud parent of one of our 2024 Principal Award recipients, for leading us in prayer and centering us with purpose and grace. Thank you to Ms. Sherman Stevens, President of the SPBS St. Kitts chapter, for her warm welcome and motivating words. Your words have reminded us why we gather each year, to uplift and invest in our future leaders. To our students from the Charles E. Mills Secondary School and the Birchall's High School, Charles E. Mills Secondary School, your musical selections and participation added joy and talent, vibrancy this evening. Thank you for sharing your gifts with us. A sincere thank you to our esteemed speakers, your Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education. Your support and vision for education inspire us to continue our mission. Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, Senior Minister and Parliamentary Representative, we deeply appreciate your commitment to youth empowerment and your unwavering support of SPBS. We'd also like to thank Mr. Sean Richards, the Parliamentary Representative of Sandy Point, for gracing us with his presence and assisting in handing out all greatly appreciated awards. I would also like to note that Mr. Richards continuously supports SPBS and can be called upon when needed. To the principals of the Charles E. Mill Secondary School, Sellers and Birchells, we thank you for your continued support to your past and present students. And of course, we were honored to hear from featured speaker Dr. Joyan Wilshire, a shining example of what dedication and support can achieve. Your journey from an award recipient to mentor is full circle moment that has moved us all. Behind every successful event are the hardworking hands that we don't always see. To our incredible organizers, decorators, cleaning crew, cooks, and the technical teams, we thank you. You've created an atmosphere that was both elegant and welcoming. We are so grateful for your dedication. Finally, to our guests, donors, parents, mentors, and well-wishers, thank you for showing up, for investing in our youth, and for believing in the power of education and community. Let's continue to stand together, support each other, and live by the motto of SPBS. We give back so others can move forward. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Zanya. While they're at the back setting up, I wish to invite to the stage once again Dr. Joyan Wilshire to receive her flowers for such profound words this evening, who will be presented by Mr. Jamad Alford. Thanks again. And while we keep the applause coming, I wish for all the mentors, the mentees, and members of the local chapter to stand as we recognize all of you this evening before we get into the food. So please stand and help me congratulate and thank them for their dedication, their service, commitment to excellence, and Alicia and all those in the back there. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. Be seated. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming out this evening. And I do wish you all the food. Yeah. And we will now partake in some delicious food at the back. And I wish you safe journeys home. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the evening.